If there's one thing I love in Magic, it's alternate win conditions. So when I saw the Serpent Society, I immediately thought about Fynn the Fangbearer, because these two cards go really well together. So let's take a quick look at this. The Serpent Society. 3/4, Death Touch, Ward, get 5 poison counters. Whenever another creature you control with Death Touch dies, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. This is an amazing card. It does so much for only 3 mana. It's get 5 poison counters if they try to mess with it. It comes with a Grey Fact stapled to it. It has Death Touch itself. Really fantastic card. Now, some of you may not know who Fynn the Fangbearer is. Let me introduce you. Fynn the Fangbearer, 1 in green, 1/3, Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. I think you can already see where this deck is going. We are playing Death Touch Tribal today. Let's go through the deck. First up, we have Cecil, Dark Knight. Death Touch. Tinybones, the Pickpocket. 1/1 with Death Touch. We have Fynn the Fangbearer, Death Touch. Unstoppable Slasher, Death Touch. Serpent Society, Death Touch. Bloodletter of Aclazotz doesn't have Death Touch, but he's really damn cool and works really well with the Unholy Annex, which we will need to refill our hand as we get into the mid-game with this deck, because this deck plays a lot of cards onto the table and just turns them sideways. It's a pretty good, like, aggro mid-range pile that really just wants to attach as many poison counters as possible and as fast as possible. So let's go over the removal suite. We have 3 Requiting Hex, pretty standard staple in Standard right now. We have 3 copies of Bitter Triumph, take care of any kind of creature or planeswalker that gets in the way. And we also have Hunter's Talent. For 1 in a green enchantment, when this class enters, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. And here's the cool thing about that. When it comes to striking spells, the creature is dealing the damage, not the spell. So if you have a creature with Death Touch dealing damage, it is then going to kill the creature immediately because of the Death Touch effect. Same thing goes with like lifelink. If you strike something with a creature that has lifelink, you'll gain life. So combat effects are relevant. So past that, if you leveled up once, whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+0 and trampled on a turn. That's pretty cool. And part 3 is 4 mana at the beginning of your end step. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. That part's not really going to be relevant because most of your creatures are pretty small in this deck. So aside from that, we are also running 3 copies of Professor Dellian Fel. He's a really solid planeswalker in that he's removal, he's a little bit of life gain for stability, and he's a little bit of a draw if you need it. This is not really a life gain deck, but the ultimate can become relevant, especially if you have a demon out with Unholy Annex. So that's kind of the deck right there. You may be wondering, why are we playing Unholy Annex with only the Bloodletter of Aclazotz? Well, because it's just that good. It's just one of the best cards that Black can be playing. It draws you extra cards, it deals damage to your opponent if you have a demon out, and it can create a demon itself if you don't have the Bloodletter, or alternatively, you can animate a Soulstone Sanctuary to get a demon onto the table. So you do have options to activate the Unholy Annex if you need to. But that's not really the star of the show here. The star of the show is definitely Fynn the Fangbearer and the Serpent Society. So let's go ahead and take it out there, play some games, and see how well this deck does in our Standard ladder. Okay, we get to go first. We have a lot of land, but we kind of have the All-Stars already, so let's go ahead and keep it and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to go with the Overgrown Tomb. I'm actually going to pay the 2 life, just in case they play something for me to kill on their turn. Okay, they did not. That's fine. So let's go Wastewood Verge, Fynn the Fangbearer. Okay, we got a red and white player with Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. So they're going to go get a equipment and then put it into their hand. Such a good card. It reminds me so much of Stoneforge Mystic, and that card was an all-star back in its day. The question is, what card are you gonna go get? Dock Ox Tentacles. What does that even do? Whenever a creature you control with mana value 5 or greater enters, you may attach this equipment to it. Oh, okay, so it's an auto-attach card. Alright, let's go here. I'm going to attack and see what they do. Do they just take it? Or do they block? They just take it. Alright, let's go ahead and put the Serpent Society out. And we'll see if they can figure out what's happening here. They are taking their sweet time, though. There we go. Iron Man armor. Okay, comes in and auto-attaches. Okay, they're gonna hit me for 4. Not a problem. Alright, let's go. Wastewood Verge. Do you want to go Professor or Hunter's Talent? I think we're gonna do Hunter's Talent. Put it on the table. And just have this deal damage to that. Kill it. Now, I'm going to attack. Apply 4 more poison counters. Boom, boom. There's 6. And I think that's it. I really don't need to worry about leveling it up. Because they're going to end up dying to poison. A braid, huh? Okay. Well, luckily for you, you don't have anything to sacrifice. Alright, plays the tentacles. Ooh, a slasher, huh? Yeah. Well, we're not at the poison game plan anymore because we don't have Fynn. So now we're just going to start doing big damage. Yeah, and they're at a point in the game now where they can't single target remove Serpent Society, which is fantastic. Oh, Katana made a dude. So there's a 3/3 trample haste. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Alright, and let's go ahead and remove that creature. Gotta love them tokens. Pop, pop. GG. Okay, we get to go first. That's kind of awesome. We got Blooming Marsh and Soulstone Sanctuary. We got Cecil, Tinybones, Unstoppable Slasher, the Professor, and Hunter's Talent. So, you only have one colored source of mana, which makes this a little weird, but we'll keep it and see what happens. Alright, let's go here. We'll go Cecil. I don't know about you, but that Michelangelo avatar looks really creepy to me. I think it's something about the mouth. It just looks weird. Case of the Uneaten Feast. Okay, so we got a life gain deck here. Right, let's go here, and let's play Tinybones. And we'll start smashing in. Okay, take some damage. Tigre, Feline Fury. Flash Trample when you regain life, put a +1 counter. Okay. That won't do you a whole lot of good. Alright. That one and that one. Smack it up. Swing it. Pop, pop. Yeah, can't cast it. It's all good. All shock lens, look at that. You're just killing yourself over there. Leonardo, cutting edge. Sneak, lifelink, when you gain life. Okay, so this is just a deck about gaining life and putting +1 counters on things. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of that. I'll pay 3 life. Attack for 1. Yeah, that's what I thought. Being stuck on 1 mana kind of sucks. Well, technically 2, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, was that another shockline? Are you playing just shocklines over there? What you got going on, bud? Oh yeah, okay. Ooh, hard cast. Alright, gain some life. Yep, draw a card. Very cool. Hey, there's a land. Nice. Okay. We're coming. Alright, block there. And there. Alright, so now we will play Unstoppable Slasher. Now if we can draw into another land next turn, we can pop off whatever they play with the Professor. But that's really not going to be too necessary, because all of my creatures have Death Touch anyways. Whatever you play is just going to get nuked. Amalia, nice. There we go. Okay. Pay 2 life. See what they block with. Okay, block there. Okay, your creature dies. My creature comes back. Get the Professor. Minus the Professor to destroy that creature. Easy.
Be gone from my presence.
Virulent Emissary. Gain life. Anything else? Practiced offense. +1 counter. Alright. Okay, let's play Cecil and Tinybones. Then we'll go gain 3 life. And
the right spell
level 2.
turns poison to medicine.
Got nothing else to do with the mana, so might as well. Ooh, Lunar Convocation. Love that card. Practice offense, okay. Is he gonna give lifelink or double strike? Lifelink. Interesting. Alright, let's go here. Make a demon. Next, attack. Transform. I gain some of that life back. Easy.
I can heal you.
I love the versatility of Professor Fel. Such a good planeswalker. Another case, okay. Alright, looks like they're running out of options over there. So, -6. Yep. Yeah, you saw it coming. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 2 lands. Cecil, Bitter Triumph, Serpent Society, and Double Fel. So, if we can draw into a 3rd land, I think we're going to be okay. What's up, little guy? You want to come up? Come here. Jump. Good boy. Alright, let's see here. So, opponent mulliganed, I will not mulligan. Okay, a plains into a Novice Inspector. Not seen that card in a long time. Okay, Blooming Marsh. That's a cool thing to draw first turn. Cecil. Shocking Sharpshooter. Okay. Whenever a creature enters. Okay, not creature or artifact. Alright, let's go Swamp. Let's go next. Attack for 2. Looks like they're taking the hit. Alright, enter. Hit the blue guy. Another Novice Inspector, okay. No, draw a card. Alright. Reaction. Do I discard? No. I'll pay 3 life. Did not attack. That's interesting. I would expect an attack there. Alright. Swing. Alright, take the 2. Alright. We're gonna play a Serpent Society. Ooh, pay 2 for the Sacred Foundry. Raphael, Tough Turtle. And Voice of Victory. Okay. Pretty solid. Alright, let's go. Overgrown Tomb. Pay the 2 life. Go next. Attack for 2. Alright, we're gonna transform. Then we're gonna go Professor Fel. -3.
It's Professor
Pop that.
Dellian Fel. Thank you. Your feeling was
Now let's see what they do. What's that? Oh, okay. Comes in with an additional dude. Alright. I'm at 5. Oh, you're okay, boy. Ooh, not good. Not good at all. That was going to be my out for this game. Let's see. Well, let's go +3. Then we'll go
This will only sting for a moment.
Tinybones and Fynn. No tax. Just gonna draw a card. And try and find another mobilized card. Maybe try to find a way to deal with Fel. Let's see. Gonna destroy that. Yes. Pay the ward.
You're dismissed.
Okay. And then say next. Do they have any creatures in there? They do. Let's attack with not Tinybones. He has 1/1, so that'd be pointless. Let's see here. Yeah, no tax. We're kind of at a stalemate right now because I don't want them to kill Fel. Oh, here X no. Oh, hair no. Discard a card. Destroy that. I can't be letting that happen. Sorry. Alright. +2.
The right spell turns poison to medicine.
What do they got down there? Voice of Victory, Shocking Sharpshooter. They have a total of 4 possible damage. We're coming. Alright, block there. No? Don't block there? Yes, block there. Okay. Alright, you get a bunch of poison counters. And you sacrifice another creature. Oh, you sacrificed Raphael. Interesting. Oh, I guess the game's just over at that point. GG. Okay, so we got 4 lands, Tinybones, Unholy, Annex, and Hunter's Talent. We get to go first. Looks okay. We'll keep it. Alright, let's go with the Blooming Marsh to start and play Tinybones. Okay, they open with the Plains and a Hinterland Sanctifier. So we have life gain on our hands. Let's go Blooming Marsh again. Play a Hunter's Talent. Blast that. Attack for 1. Alright, another planes. A Johnny Sprite Paint, okay. Alright, Deathcap Glade. Swing. Okay. He lets the hit happen. Do I want it? Not really, no. No, I don't want it. I'd rather have this. There we go. Dazzling Angel, huh? Okay. When another creature enters, gain life. Alright. Let's go Wastewood Verge. Let's go ahead and attack for 1. Yep. I'll take it this time. Okay, we got enough removal now. Alright, we got a 4th planes. See what else they do. Polyak, nice. Essence Channeler, very cool. Yeah, gain a bunch of life. Are you gonna come at me? Hand a lane in Vanguard. Wow, you're going wide. Okay. Yeah, keep it going. You wanna come at me? Only coming at me with that, huh? That seems to be a waste. Should have attacked with the Johnny Sprite Mate too. Okay. Wastewood Verge. Let's see here. Let's go with Ye Old Bloodletter. But first... Actually, no, you have like a little 1/1 Vanguard over there. So I don't want to... Well, actually, let's do this. Let's go next. We'll attack with that. If they block with the Vanguard, then they'll have to sacrifice another creature. Yep, take it? Okay, that works for me. I do wish the Bloodletter had Death Touch. That would be awesome. Right, mate. Okay. Gain a bunch of life. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you're gonna pacify it. And get 5 poison in the process. Okay. Okay, just gonna come at me with like that. Okay, so this will block that, obviously, and this will block that, and I'll take 9. Alright, my turn. Let's see here. Let's go. We're gonna need to keep our mana available this turn. So, we're not going to attack. Gain 2 life. So we need to bitter triumph some creatures this turn. Alright. Go and gain all your life. Okay. Yep, keep on going. Get all your triggers going. Just those, huh? Okay. So, let's go ahead and go pass. This is going to block that. This is going to block that. Alright, so 2 blockers. Now we're gonna go here, discard a card to destroy. Hang on a second, cancel. Who's blocking what now? So that's blocking that, that's blocking that. So these two are unblocked. Okay, so let's go like this, discard a card, destroy that, discard that. Now, phase 2, discard a card, destroy that one. Discarding the Unholy Annex. Take 2 damage. Okay, now you sacrifice a creature. There you go. Oh, excellent. Professor Dellian Fel. -3.
Down.
Destroy that.
This is
No attacks. No point in attacking when you have like 20 life over there, so we'll just hang back. Smile at death? Oh, that's so cool. I was not expecting that. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's go sandstone. Alright, so now we need to actually get the ball rolling over here. So let's go ahead and do +2, gain 3 life.
I have life essence to spare.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's go next. Attack for 2. Okay. So I'm going to play the Serpent Society. Keep that one. The other one goes. Death touch creature died. So now you have to sacrifice. There we go. Now we just hold. Okay, you go to 9. Return up to 2 creature cards of power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. Man, that is so strong. Get a double resurrect every turn. I'll get 3 life this time. My turn. Let's see here. Let's go with the Tinybones. You got a 3/4 now. So we gotta go -3. Destroy that.
I knew you were.
And I'm gonna unlock the other side. Get my demon. And next, attack for 2 in the air. That's going to reduce by 2 more because of the effect. And then you lose 4 more life. Alright, Smell of Death is going to trigger again. Exemplar of Light. Good card. Really good card. I draw a card. Okay. You're going after Dellian, huh? Alright, block. Alright, counters go there. You sacrifice a creature. Boom. Okay. Ooh. Well, Aclazotz is not legendary. Let's go +2.
Never
Let's see
take
here.
growth for granted.
So you're gonna lose a little bit of life here. So let's go ahead and just say next. No attacks. End turn. Boom. GG, double Aclazotz. I've never won a game like that, but first time for everything. Okay, and welcome back to the post-game wrap-up. So what I gotta say about this deck is it's a pretty decent mid-range deck. So the deck does want to win through like attrition. So like getting the poison counters in early and then basically making it so your opponent can never target the Serpent Society really makes it great in the sense that you can at that point just keep a Grave Pact on the table for the rest of the game, unless they run out of board wipe. Then you're kind of SOL. But the Fynn win condition doesn't really become relevant in most games. At most, you're going to run into a little bit too much removal to keep Fynn on the board all game long. But if you can get in for like at least a couple hits, get your opponent to at least like 4 or 6 poison counters, that will be enough to make sure that the Serpent Society is doing its job. Now, the interesting thing about this deck is that it kind of transitions from a poison strategy into just a straight mid-range damage strategy once you get up to about 4 mana, because by that time you are getting your Bloodletter of Aclazotz and Unholy Annex online, which is just going to pretty much get you the rest of the way, because the way this deck is applying poison counters is by dealing damage. So you're kind of playing into both strategies at the same time. Sometimes you will get there with the poison, but most games, you're going to start with poison, make people really nervous about your early game plays, because all your creatures have Death Touch, which basically makes all of your creatures into hard removal for your opponent. And the poison aspect puts a lightning rod on Fynn, and also a lightning rod on Tinybones, and Cecil, and Serpent Society, and Slasher, like all cards that your opponent like must answer, because if they don't, then they will just lose. So it's a great opening strategy that transitions beautifully into just Annex, Bloodletter, and the game. So it's a strategy that we haven't really seen too often. Most of the time with a deck like this, like a black mid-range build, you are just kind of trying to control the board as much as possible until you get to Bloodletter, Annex, and then just end the game that way. This deck being able to transition from one strategy to another can be pretty confusing for a lot of players. So I kind of like what this deck is doing, I really gotta say. And honestly, the removal suite is pretty sweet, because you got the Requiting Hex, you got the Hunter's Talent, you got the Bitter Triumph, and you got Professor Fel. That's a lot of removal for a mid-range deck. So if you want to try and take this deck out for a spin yourself, I'll leave a deck list in the description box down below, and let me know how you think about this deck, because I had a lot of fun throwing this deck together and playing the games today. I would say biggest opportunities a deck like that has is the same opportunities that most mid-range decks have, and that's getting into a long game against like hard control, like Jeskai control, Dimir control, decks like that. They'll give you a lot of trouble, but against like more of the aggro or mid-range piles that you're going to be coming up against in best of one, I think this deck has a pretty solid game against them. So I'd probably rate this deck high mid. So if you were to put this on a scale of like 1 to 10, I'd probably place it somewhere around 6 or 7. Yeah, it's a pretty decent deck. So I'll say that and let you guys come to your own conclusions and see if you guys want to play a deck like this too. So until next time, take care of yourselves.